Hello everybody, my name's AR Randy. You might have seen me on the track a few times. I used to be known as Randy's Cab. This is our chase skill clarification video for Allied Racing Clan. We'll show you what we think is and isn't a chase kill. Well, let's get down to business. Right now, here's the first one. This is not a chase kill. Most people go to the left of that rock, but this guy decided go to the right because he saw somebody there. It's perfectly legal. These guys don't, he's going long this time. See, that's a perfectly legal way to leave base. You may say, well, that's just spawn killing. Not really. They could be getting ready to nade him any second. And here's one with a gunner and a driver. And the driver veers just tiny little bit to the right, but the guy was just right there, just right along the path. This guy walks over in front. Those aren't chase kills. Here's one with no gunner. This guy's going up this narrow path to the bridge on ice fields. He sees the guy off to the right. He turns because it looks like the guy's getting ready to attack him. I don't see how that can be considered a chase kill. Here's one where a couple guys, he notices spawn right here as he's trying to go downstairs to get his next nav. Notice how he took the tunnel rather than one of the ramps. I mean, there's 5 ways to go down there to get the next nav. He just chose the smart way where he could defend himself. Now notice this guy driving past that lone guy that just spawned there. Well, he's going to leave base, it looks like. All of a sudden he notices on the radar that guy's moving. He says, nah, we're going to go back and run him over before he can get in his hog. Real blatant chase kill there. There's some more blatant chase killing. One without a driver. I mean, from the walker's point of view, and one from a driver's point of view. This one's the walker's, of course. He decides not to try to nade this guy and just back away, but this guy insists on coming after him to run him down. Just that much right there is chasing. But he circles around and does it again. I mean, this is really blatant. I mean, look at this. This guy just won't give up. I mean, anything short of what he's done so far, what he did at the end was chase killing. And here's one from a driver's point of view. I mean, look at the hog there on the right. There's 2 guys that are walking that way to get to that hog. He turns around and goes after him. I mean, one of the guys had stepped out of the way to let him go by because they know they're not supposed to nade a lone hog if there's a hog available. But he turns around and goes back, chasing him down. I mean, he didn't need the nav there at that base. Look what he did. Real blatantly wrong. And here's one. The guy's just going past the base, getting his nav. He sees the guy off to the right. Oh, the guy's trying to nade, so he turns to kill him. He's right there. I wouldn't consider that a chase kill. Okay. Now, this one would be a chase kill. The guy's going for his nav, but there's somebody way off to the right over here, looks like nading at him. He turns to go after him. I mean, he could easily, I bet, got away if he'd just kept following his path. But no, he had to veer way off. You see the difference in those last 2. Here's a couple of what might be considered borderline chase kills. I mean, this guy's got a gunner. Doesn't necessarily have to turn to run this guy over, but he's right there near the path and looked like he's getting ready to attack. So he did. Now here's another one that might be considered a bit borderline. Normally you go straight to the second cliff to the right of this tree, but he sees a guy to the left of the tree. And you know, it's still a little bit longer way, but legal way to go. Look at those 2 hogs and those 2 guys that were there. Did you see that? Now this guy, that's me walking away from him. They're chasing after me on foot when there was 2 perfectly good hogs for them to get into. That was pretty blatant, right? Okay, here's the final stretch of video. It's going to be a little bit longer than the others. This one is the start of the map. They're just getting going good. Now notice how the driver, after the first nav here, this part's perfectly legal. He's trying to stay out of the line of fire, it looks like. But notice how he just seems to ignore the first nav and goes driving after everybody, letting his gunner get kills. I mean, he's chasing these people down, not even trying to follow his nav path. That's just totally wrong and against our rules. And we see people do this from time to time. They just won't even be following the nav path whatsoever. And we don't want you doing that. We want you going after your navs. Anyways, thanks for watching. I had a lot of help. Some of you aren't in the credits. I'm sorry if you didn't all make it into the credits. This is AR Randy signing off. I hope that makes things clear for you. Bye.